Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. Have you ever wondered how to take free software on the computer and create outlines so you can make your own things at home using a Glowforge or a vinyl cutter or a CNC machine or anything else really? Make your own custom displays, something like this. That's covered in cat hair. Real easy to do. How about I show you how it's done? Here we go. Go to Inkscape.org first off. That's where you're going to download the software. As it comes up, you're going to come to download now, download the software. Once it's downloaded, open it up. It'll be right here. Then you're going to do a Google search or any search you want. And you're going to search for whatever image you want. I'm going to search for a Mickey head silhouette. I like adding the word silhouette at the end because it gives me black and white photos. Once you have your picture downloaded and you found it in your folder, just click and drag it into Inkscape and let go. Don't worry about any of these settings, just leave them the way they are. Click OK. The image will now show up. I'm going to show you a couple of quick little keyboard shortcuts because shortcuts work great when it comes to a lot of the software. If you hold down the control key, scroll your wheel in and out, you'll see you can zoom in and out. If you're on a laptop, TK, you can hit, if you go up to zoom, you can see that these have shortcuts next to them. Plus, minus will do this same thing. So if you need to zoom in and out, you're on a laptop, plus and minus will also zoom you in and out. There's a couple of instructions I'm going to show you. Right now these are just the simple versions of everything. There's more advanced stuff, but I'll show that on a later video. For now, just learn these couple of basic ones. You'll see on the top left corner up here that the keyboard shortcut will appear every time I press a letter. So for instance, your select key, as you see at the end it says S, it'll show an S. N for edit nodes, and then B for draw in Bezier curves. And that's all you need for now to start with. There's a couple extra things. First off, in the top right corner you'll see enable snapping, which is a percent sign. Snapping is a pain in the butt sometimes, so just get rid of it when you don't need it. And you'll see Control Shift A brings up your alignment tool. I have a widescreen, so I'm going to leave mine up because I still have plenty of room to work with. All you're going to do is you're going to first start with B, which is Edit Bezier, and you're going to just really generically, not even trying to line them up, just click them where you want them. As you can see, I'm putting a couple of corners on each circle just because it's going to make it easier to trace the circle afterwards. When you're done going, you go back over your initial square, it'll highlight it. Click it, you've now changed it. Go back to the select tool, which is S, and as you can see, I've selected my drawing. I've got this ugly blue in the center. You'll see at the bottom left corner fill and stroke. Stroke is unset, meaning that there's nothing there. The measurement of it is 0.25 millimeters, the width of the lines. So if you just regular click one of these colors, you'll see it fills it in. This X at the end is a none, so it'll be blank. So regular click will select the fill. If you hold down Shift and click on a color, it shows you the outline. And I like to use red because it's a really good way of adjusting it over a dark background. Now you're going to go to N for nodes. You're going to edit the nodes. Each one of these little spots up here is a node. Very simple. You need these nodes in order for it to create the shapes, because these are the only things, these are called paths, these are the only things software like for your CNC machine, your Glowforge, etc., they will only see SVGs. So by holding down Control and zooming in, I'm now going to start adjusting where they're going to go. I'm going to put these in the corner since these are corners. And if you click your center wheel and drag it around and then let go, you can see you can drag your screen around. So click all the points, put them in the corners. I know this looks like a huge discrepancy, but it's so close you'll never see it. So now I'm just going to go through and I'm going to start editing these lines. Don't worry about the rest of them for now. We're all going to do one point at a time. As you can see, I have the 2 points set up here. Now I need to make this into a curve. By clicking this line, making sure it's selected, click and drag up. As you can see, I've now created a curve. These handles adjust the points on either side of the line, as you can see from here. Move the dots as you need them to adjust the line. Like I said, don't worry about being 100% specific because this is actually going to be a real simple design. I'm going to put these dots about here, and the reason I put extra nodes up instead of trying to make one big circle is going to be shown to you in about 15 seconds. So I've got the general shape of the ears here. You can see these are coming to a point, and these come to a point. This is where these 4 buttons up top come into play. I don't really use them very often, but they're good when they need to be. Make selected node smooth. So as I see, I click off to the side, click this one button, or this one node, and then click on the second one from the left. It now made it smooth. It means that this line is straight. It will not be a point, but you can still adjust it as you need to. So I'm just going to click and drag these lines. I'm going to drag this one in. By dragging it in, you're actually going to shorten this up. I'm going to do the same thing to this point here. I've clicked it. Now I'm going to twist it around. And I'm going to take this final point here, drag it in, and now, voila, we have a nice circle. So I'm going to run through the rest of this, and then we'll talk again in a second. And boom, you've now created your first shape. Click on Select Tool, click on the black in the center, delete. I've just deleted the initial image I downloaded, and I'm left with the Mickey head. One last thing I want to show you is right above it is your measurements. You can actually adjust this to the proper height. I like to use inches for this. So say I wanted to create a vinyl sticker that I want to cut out to put on a vehicle. Right now the width of this is 8.036 inches wide by 6.635 tall. If you leave this unchecked, this lock in the middle, if you change one setting, it will not change the other one. But if you lock it, you can change it and it'll adjust it and it'll scale it appropriately. It's too big. I think I'm going to go for a 4-inch on this. Enter. It's now 4 inches by 3.3 inches tall. You might be asking, what is this square in the center? This is the actual document that's considered for this software. So whenever you try to view it in something, it'll view this area first. So I usually place it in here, and then I save it. Or a simple, real easy way to do it is if you're working out here in nowhere and you hit Control-Shift-R. As you can see, oops, it put the box right where the selection was. So if you have more than one thing, select it all, and it'll place the document around that. And then you're gonna save it. Once you save it, you are done. You can close it, and you can open up whatever other software you need to continue moving on.